won't learn! You won't learn!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross the Tar Heel, and welcome to the men's department of Carolina basketball, baby. And in this huddle, man, we're going to talk about Carolina's little trip down to the ATL for the CBS Sports Classic against the Ohio State Buckeyes at 3 p.m. this daggum Saturday, man. Really big game for both teams, but obviously as a Carolina fan, huge game for the Tar Heels, man. But before we get into the details of this one, man, do me a favor, dude, and check and make sure that you're actually subscribed to the channel. We are this stinking close, dude, to 3,000 subscribers, and you could be the one that really makes the difference for your boy, man. So do me a solid right now, man. Check and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and if you haven't already, hit that notification bell so that you will be notified every time this Tar Heel makes a Carolina basketball video. Now, the Ohio State Buckeyes bring in an 8-2 record with losses to Illinois, and they also have a 1-point loss at Pitt, who just so happens to be tied with Boston College and Florida State with the worst record in the Atlantic Coast Conference at 5-6. So very interesting that Ohio State has lost to a team that is tied with two other teams as the worst teams in the conference right now. Ohio State, however, is coming off of a 89-88 double overtime victory over the West Virginia Mountaineers, man, out there in Cleveland, where Bruce Thornton scored 19 of his 21 points after the half to include the go-ahead jumper with 3.6 seconds remaining in the second OT, man. If you haven't already, man, go back and look at the highlights of that game. Very back and forth. People were knocking down crazy threes, and it was just, almost who had the ball last, if you will. Pretty exciting highlight game to watch, man. The Buckeyes came back from, I think, 16 in that game, dude. So, pretty impressive victory, if I might say so myself. Now, the Heels overcame another slow start to eventually handle East Tennessee State 77-58. In a game that saw Caleb Wilson and Henry Vasar completely dominate the paint again, man. 46 combined points, 16 boards, and they just really control things throughout the game. Carolina took an 8-point lead into the half before opening up on the second half with a patented 28-9 Carolina run that really erased any kind of doubt whether or not Carolina was going to be victorious at the end of that one. But Carolina has a tendency thus far to kind of start out slow, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can overcome that against an Ohio State offense that, as we'll see here shortly, dude, is pretty competent. Now, dating back to 2006, Carolina's actually 6-1 against the Ohio State Buckeyes, with the last meeting being an 89-84 Carolina win in overtime out there in Madison Square Garden back in 2022. Armando Bacot had a fantastic game. He scored 28 points in that one. And so Carolina's fared fairly well against Ohio State, obviously, in the last 7 matchups, if you will. Now, here's this year's tale of the tape, and I apologize, there's not going to be any graphics in this one, man. It's been an 18-hour day. Your boy's stinking tired, but I wanted to make sure that we got this preview out there. Ohio State, man, once again with a competent offense, 87.6 points per game to Carolina's 80.7. And if you notice, that Carolina total has slowly trickled down. And that's before we've gotten into ACC play, right? So it's just something to kind of take note of, man. Now, Ohio State is averaging, giving up 72.9 points per game to Carolina's 64.1. Carolina has been pretty solid defensively. And that's gonna be a necessary component to this, because Ohio State on the season is shooting over 51% from the field to Carolina's 47%. Carolina is averaging 5 more rebounds, 42-37. Ohio State has the slight advantage, assists per game, 17.1 to 16.5. Carolina's averaging about 2 more blocks per game, and the steals per game are right there even, man. Basically, both teams are averaging 5 per game. So, as you can see, this is a very formidable offense, man, that Carolina's going to have their work cut out for them in this one. Definitely one in which the Heels defense is going to have to continue to play well. Do not want to get into a shootout against Ohio State because, once again, like I've alluded to before, Carolina has not been very good in getting out into transition. So I don't want to get into a bucket-for-bucket game, to be completely honest with you, man. Carolina's going to have to continue to play well defensively. Now, the players that I personally am most looking forward to watching in this one is Ohio State 6'2", 215-pound senior guard Bruce Thornton, who I talked about earlier, who scored 19 out of his 21 points in the second half against West Virginia. And on Carolina's side, man, you know, the easy ones to talk about is obviously Henry Vasar and Caleb Wilson every day, man. But the guy that I'm going to be looking for in this game, man, is going to be Luka. Thornton's averaging 21.8 points per game to Luka's 11.5. That average for Luka slowly, trickle down. Rebounds per game, Thornton 5, Luka 3. Assists per game, Thornton 4.4 to Luka's 3. Field goal percentage, man. Dude, Bruce Thornton is shooting 60.2% from the field as a freaking guard. And we're 10 games into the season, man. So the dude is, he's efficient to say the least, man. Luka's shooting 41% from the field. Bruce Thornton, 3-point percentage, 50% from 3. Luka, 33.9. Free throw percentage, Thornton, 86.3% from the charity stripe to Luka's 67.7, and neither one of them are really averaging, not even a block per game. So Thornton is going to be a load, man. He's a solid, thick guy, not necessarily one of those dudes that's really going to just break you down. He's not lightning quick, but he's got a good big body, man. He's got a big body. And so Carolina's going to have to stay in front of him. You're going to have to keep the dribble penetration to a minimum, and they're really going to have to step out on him, man, because the kid can score. And, I'm going to be looking to see what they can do against him. Now, these two obviously are not going to be guarding each other, Bruce Thornton and Luka Bogovac. For all intents and purposes, one is probably the 1/2, and Luka usually plays that 3. Maybe occasionally he'll slide over to a 2 if they go big. But, the Heels are going to have to do a really good job of ensuring that, once again, Thornton doesn't get going, man. It's going to be interesting to see if Seth returns, because if you have a healthy Seth Trimble, well, then I think it's like not even a question who guards Bruce Thornton. But you got to wonder, if Seth actually returns in this game, how much burn does he get? Because obviously I don't think you just throw him back out there as a starting shooting guard and tell him, hey, go guard their best player coming fresh off an injury. Obviously he's got to get back into game shape. All kinds of things have to stink and occur for Seth to get back to 100%. And we need him in the long run. Otherwise, if it's not Seth, it's gonna probably be Evans and Dixon, man, and they're gonna have quite the task of minimizing his impact on the game. So, like I said, for Carolina, it's gonna be Luka, man. Luka is fresh off of his worst performance of the season, worst performance as a Tar Heel, a 2-point effort against East Tennessee State where he only took 2 daggum shots, dude. So I don't know what was going on there. I'm obviously expecting Henry and Caleb to continue to be solid. I'm personally going to be watching to see if Luka can have a rebound game. Now, I don't want him just, running and gunning, acting crazy, but I need him to be more efficient than 2 shots and 24 minutes of burn for only 2 points, right? So that's what I'm going to be watching from Carolina's side of the aisle, if you will. Now, the ESPN matchup indicator gives the Buckeyes the slight edge to beat the Heels on a neutral court at 52.1%, which is basically a toss-up. They're saying these two teams are pretty even, and it's on a neutral stinking floor. But 88% of the college basketball family polled, however, they actually think that the Heels are going to be victorious in this one, man. And shout out to the about 350 people that responded to the poll. I really appreciate you guys, man. What it all boils down to is this is a really big game for the Heels, man. Even though the Buckeyes aren't ranked, it's really big in the fact that it's their last big game before they enter ACC play after the Christmas break, man. So it's going to go a long way in dictating whether Carolina goes 12-1 in the non-conference schedule, because the only game after this is ECU on the 22nd. So this is going to be a big game. Ohio State's offense, it worries me a little bit. I'm not going to lie, okay? I'm not going to lie. But I'm riding the Henry Vasar and Caleb Wilson train, dude. I really am. And I think that they're going to do enough to get the job done. I just think we're too good down low, even for Ohio State right now, to really pull against Carolina in this one, man. I do think that this is 100% going to be a less than 10-point margin of victory game. Seth will hopefully be returning. So, like I said, if I'm HD, I'm going to ease him back into the lineup. Luka has definitely got a rebound. Hell, even Powell needs a stinking rebound in the game that he had. I think he was 1 of 6 for 3 coming off of that 17-point, really good game that he had 2 games ago. So, we're going to be looking for a lot of guys to kind of, be able to keep, because Ohio State's going to score. So we need these guys to step up, man. Luka, Powell, guys like that, because I feel like we're pretty confident what Henry and Caleb are going to give us night in and night out. But I do think that the Heels get the job done, man. So you guys let me know what you think about this matchup down in the comment section. Tar Heel Nation and college basketball family. Is your boy on to something? Or do you think that I'm actually on something, man? Unfortunately, there will be no watch party for this one due to this little thing that, men have to do called stinking work. So I hope you guys enjoy the daggum game. We'll get it fired back up, dude, for the ECU game. Please do not forget, man, to like, share, and subscribe to the daggum channel. We are almost there. Your boy stinking needs you, man. So like we always end it, man, go to hell, Duke. Go to Hell State, and we'll catch you on the next one, baby. Go Heels.